guys, it's Philip from the Honda Resource. Thanks so much for joining me on another video. Hadn't really been posting much in the last little bit, but I'm back at it and just hadn't really had a lot of time to do anything in the shop. I've been really busy at work and just hasn't really gotten to do anything down here. But today I've got a GSR engine. This one, I think it has a rod knot. I think that's what the customer said. He dropped it off the other day. And so we're gonna pull it apart and see if the block is salvageable. And if it is, we're gonna put another crank and rods in it. If not, I guess we'll be finding another B-series bottom end put on this. This came out of a Turbo Del Sol. And there's no telling what it's been through or anything. I don't even know if the car was tuned. I think he bought it as it was. So he dropped that off. And then Eric EZ, the guy that had the Odyssey that I did the H23 or finished the H23 swap on, he kind of got totaled in that Odyssey. Had a deer kind of dart out in front of him and totaled it. So he's bought a manual CRV, second gen, and so he bought a JDM K24A, like a TSX spec. So it's got the RBB head. And then he also bought this K20Z3 swap. It's full swap with the LSD 6-speed trans and all that stuff. So I think he wants to put the 6-speed gear set into the CRV. And then he's going to buy an aftermarket LSD because the front wheel drive one won't work. But we might be doing some CRV shenanigans in the future. And then this is a rodeo motor. I put a motor in a Isuzu Rodeo, which you can see over there. And then I got the turbo pulled off of my car and got it sent back to Precision. So that's just kind of some of the stuff I've been doing. I've got a B-series trans over here I got to go through. And then if you saw the MR2 over there, I put a transmission together for that one a while back. That's a K-series MR2. It's K24 turbo. But I put a transmission together for it. And I put new synchros and stuff in it, but I didn't put the little rings that go on the synchros. So these are the original synchros, but you see, still have the little metal rings that go on the synchros. And I didn't put them on the stinking transmission on that MR2, so I told him to bring it back and I was gonna make it right. He hasn't even driven the car. I haven't got it running with that setup, but that other setup also, the transmission case is broken from a previous accident because it's the EP3 trans. And I think this bolt here, that bolt hole here, or this one maybe, is broken on it. And it's not really affecting it if it was in a front wheel drive configuration, like on a typical K-swap, but on the MR2 it utilizes those. This would be like for the front mount on the EP3. So he wants to go ahead and swap the case. This is another case he had. So we're going to swap all the internals over to this case anyway, so it all works out. But yeah, this is kind of just what I've had going on. So right now I'm going to get this clutch and flywheel off of this engine, or off of here, and then put it on the engine stand. And I guess I'll just put on some time lapse while I'm turning it down, and maybe we can figure out what's going on with that. And also, I wanted to give a shout out to my longtime friend, Josh Caddis. He gifted me a phone, his old phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy S9, just for doing my YouTube videos. So this is actually being filmed on that. And the video quality is a little bit better than the S8 that I typically use. So I appreciate that, Caddis. I really do. Thank you. And also, you can see behind me, I've got a first gen CRV on the lift, and I'm doing a transmission in that. It's just too many irons in the fire, man. I just had a ton of stuff going on. I've got to get this CRV done, and I'm going to get that MR2 in. I'll probably do a video on that as well. But I guess now I'm just going to finish getting this engine here installed on the stand and just put it on time lapse while I'm doing it. All right, so now I've got it on the stand, so I can go ahead and like get some of this other stuff off that he didn't get off, like the crank pulley, the mount, the alternator, and then start pulling the head. I mean, obviously I could pull the head without pulling all this, but just might as well go ahead and get it all straightened out while I can and get it how I want it. Look at this. I'm still proud of this. This is my 2 flips. 944 first pass, 940 second pass. So, heck yeah, still proud of that. Hopefully, once get that turbo back from Precision, we'll put it back on there and make some more jam. Ow, just pinched myself. And also, this video is really not kind of typical of what I've been doing. This is not really a DIY on how to disassemble this. Just kind of showing you what I'm doing. I mean, plain and simple. And also, if you guys don't have the Lyle weighted socket, night and day difference for the crank pulley. Works like a charm. A lot of people struggle, especially with the K-series pulleys, but I'm telling you that that one there works perfect. This ain't even have the key in it. Well, I tell you, some people. There we go. The old double bar. One over here. And one over here. Look at that. Works like a charm. Hardest part about this one is just getting behind it initially. Once you can get behind it initially and get it started moving, it comes right on off. Go ahead and remove the VTEC rails up here. The head should just lift right off of it at this point. Just like so. So it looks like it's got a block guard in it. Stock pistons. At least it did put a block guard in it. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but I'm gonna roll it to where you can see it. You can see the block guard here. It's supposed to help keep from the sleeves cracking. It's kind of surprising they would go through the extent of putting that in there, but put stock head bolts back in it. Now I'm just gonna check and make sure I don't have any oil in the pan. I don't know if he drained it or not. I would say he didn't because there's oil in my floor where the motor was sitting over the weekend. And so I'm gonna drain that out real quick. Just gonna let that drain for a minute and then I'll pull the pan. It's gonna make a mess when you flip it over. It's probably gonna have some coolant like from around these cylinders. I'll probably have a little bit of oil that's left up here, but it wouldn't be the first mess we've made in the shop. Looks like most of the oil is out of it. It looks like it's pretty nasty oil too. It's real gummy looking. It's kind of cool today. It's probably, I don't know, probably in the 50s right now, which is cold for Alabama. But it shouldn't be looking like this. All right. drain plug back in, then we'll flip the motor over pretty quick. I do have the drain pan under it, so hopefully we ain't gonna make too big of a mess, but all the sleeves look pretty good. Alright, let's see if we can see that coolant. We'll just keep easing it over, get all this coolant out best we can without a lot of it hitting the floor, trying to catch it in our pan. And just go easy, that way it does a little at a time and don't just dump it. Alrighty. So now we can get this oil pan off and see what's going on under there. Under where? Under there! So I just want to take a second and do a merch plug and say that I have been doing a few more t-shirt designs, and they're uploaded to the HondaResource.com. So check those out. They're selling for like $18 a piece or so, and like $4 shipping, which is basically what I'm paying for shipping. So if you could pick up one of those, it'd help me out greatly, and I appreciate it. There's also stickers on there too. They're pretty cheap too. They're like $3 or $4, something like that, shipped. So yeah, thanks. All right, so back to the oil pan here. I've got it, it should be loose, but they've got it they've got it siliconed all the way around really good. So probably still leaking though. I'm going to recommend that he puts a one of those new Felpro gaskets on it. Those things are amazing. I guess I figured since I didn't have all the bolts, I'd just cram a bunch of silicone around it. Make it work. Alrighty. First thing I noticed was the windage tray. There's no windage tray. And then you can see here, like there's metal in here, and then just kind of looking around, you see how this rod cap is a little bit darker than the rest of them. See how that one's not as dark, kind of matches the crank. That one kind of matches the crank. That one's a little dark. It may be bad too, I don't know. It feels fine. You see how this one's significantly darker than the crank. Look at this. Woo! There's definitely going to be an issue there. It does look like maybe that main cap there is a little darker than the rest of it, but I don't know. It does look a little dark. I can tell more about it once I pull this crankshaft out of it and look at the mains. Because if the mains are fine, I can put another crankshaft in it and need more rods, and should be good to go. I had to clean it out real good, get all this metal shavings and crap out of it. Because, I mean, there's stuff everywhere. It just happens when you spin a rod bearing. Alright, so in the time lapse there, we went ahead and got the crankshaft pulled out of it here, and the main bearings were toast, but I think that the block's going to be okay. There was a couple cracked ring lands that were on like 2 and 3. Well, 2 and 3. I think that all the ring lands on 1 and 4, well, 1 and 4 were fine. Let's see. That's probably one's. See here, you can see on that one there what's cracked, and the pieces like it. Yeah, piece of the piston here. If I can get my hands to cooperate with it, but anyway, it's broke. Let's see here. Use this gasket pick and look at it. See there how the ring lens broke out of it? So the tune definitely wasn't good. It was some detonation going on there too. So we got that out. Like I said, all the bearings were toast. Probably ran low on oil or something at some point. That's actually probably one of the best bearings in it right there. Let me see if I find another one. Yeah, look at that. Again, it's still one of the better bearings in it. I wish I could find more of the ones. They're probably all the way at the bottom of the box. I don't really feel like digging them out right now, but they look terrible. So anyways, I got it all disassembled, and now just gotta find a crankshaft. Probably recommend him taking this block and having it at least honed. I don't have anything to do that here. Yeah, honed, maybe check the walls to make sure they're not egg-shaped or anything from where the ring lands are broken. But yeah, got it all torn apart. I guess now I just need to move it out of the way and put it back over here in the back with some of this other junk or something, and we can start pulling the transmission out of this thing. But as you can tell, it's pretty cool here. It doesn't get terribly cold in Alabama compared to a lot of places, but tonight is a frost warning, so it should get decently chilly out here tonight. And I'm cold. I ain't got no hair on my head, you know what I mean? Like, it's cold. So, I guess I'll pull down the shop door here in a minute after I get this stuff out of the way and start pulling the transmission out of that, but I'm not recording that. It'll be for another day on doing transmission and CRV. I've got a lot of other stuff, and I just don't really have, I guess, the time per se. It's pretty time consuming trying to do a repair and film it. Doing stuff like I just did with this one, it's not really time consuming because I just put it over on the tripod on time lapse, and it doesn't really take away from me actually doing it. But when I'm actually trying to be detailed on them, it does take some time. So, and I don't really have that time right now. I'm stretched thin, guys. Stretched thin. But I'm trying to do what I can to keep some uploads going and get done with stuff in the shop. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Also, be sure to check out the merch on the website. We're still doing the giveaway. I think right now the giveaway is up to like 104 spots taken. So it's starting to fill in a little bit, but we really need to finish that up. That would take a lot off of me as well, just not having that stress. So if you'd like to participate in the giveaway, I would really appreciate it. So the giveaway is a 2006 Honda Civic Si. It's turbo, 410 horsepower, dyno tune by Jason Waters Tuning. It's got Honda Flash Pro. It's precision turbo on it. Inky RPF1 wheels with relatively new tires. BC Racing coilovers that are new. It's got a bunch of hybrid racing stuff on it. The shifter cables, radiator hoses, the coil pack cover. It's got a hybrid fuel rail. It does have a return fuel system on it, so it's got some 1000cc injectors. And just action stage 4 clutch, not the action, but the hybrid racing EM1 style master cylinder for the clutch. So I mean, it's got a lot of nice stuff on it, and it would make somebody a great car. And we're doing it absolutely free shipping anywhere in the lower 48 U.S. states. Basically, you pay $60, you get a cool t-shirt. I've got several designs now. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. $60 gets you a t-shirt and a sticker and a chance to win. If you buy 2 t-shirts, you'll get 3 spots towards the win, or to win. So you'll get 3 spots on the giveaway if you buy 2 spots. So buy 2, get 1 free. If you've already bought a spot and you want to buy another spot, I'll go ahead and give you the bonus spot too for those. So, yeah, those are on thehondaresource.com. And like I say, go over there. Even if you don't want to participate in the giveaway, you can still buy a t-shirt and a sticker or whatever. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. Yeah, like I said, I'm stretched pretty thin right now. So, anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, comment. Let me know how your life is going. See you on the next one, guys. Peace.